They just got a new coach for like the 11th time in the last 5 years.
Yeah.
Their big time star player of the future, Kristaps Porzingis, just blew his knee out, and we don't know how he's gonna come back. And the best thing you can come up is giving all of your picks and money to get LeBron James.
That's not really thinking about the future.
This is the same thing you have done every year. Every off season, the Knicks either fire their coach or get rid of half the team to get a big time named player. And what happens? They either miss the playoff or they get swept in the first round. I don't think trading for anybody. There's not a player. There is not a single player. Not Kevin Durant, not LeBron James, not Stephen Curry, not Kyrie Irving, nobody that you mentioned. None of these players are the solution to the Knicks. The solution to the Knicks is a structural reforming of their structure. Starting with the owner, that guy has to either go or he has to either stop getting involved with the team, which he kind of stopped once he got Phil Jackson. But then Phil Jackson was so bad that we might as well just kept freaking James Dolan making mistakes. He either has to step away from the team or not get involved or sell it. They have to get somebody that makes the right decisions, and that is patient. That's the key. The key word for the Knicks is patience. If you draft somebody 3 or 4 years ago, how long ago was Porzingis drafted? I don't remember. You drafted him a couple of years ago. You cannot expect him to become a superstar in 2 years and take you to the finals in 2 years, no matter what the team you have. Westbrook has been to the finals once.
Yeah.
He's a triple-double machine now, and now he can't really get past the first round. Does OKC get rid of him? No. They try to get pieces for him to perform better. Whether he's the right player they still don't work out, but they're a hell of a lot more successful than the Knicks are. Golden State, they started by drafting Stephen Curry. Stephen Curry was riddled with ankle injuries. Nobody thought that this guy was going to have a healthy career. He was going to be like a next Brandon Roy at best. Or like a Derrick Rose right now because of all the injuries. People thought that he wasn't going to survive. He was too weak, too small. I don't think he's small. He's 6'3". How is he too small? And they thought he wasn't going to survive. Then he got healthy. They drafted Klay Thompson. He turned out to be a steal.
Piece.
Just as good a shooter as Curry is, and an excellent defender.
One of the best shooting guards in the
Maybe better shooter.
And an excellent defender. So that's year 2 or 3, because I think Curry was drafted 2 years before Thompson. But that's 3 years. All of a sudden, they trade away Monte Ellis because they figured it wasn't going to work out with him. And I think they got a couple picks with that. They got Draymond Green.
Another key piece.
In the second round, Draymond Green. Complete steal. So that's 3 years already. 3 key players of the team. They had Jarrett Jack, who by the way is a Knick right now, and Carl Landry, who were doing wonderful job off the bench. Those are not players that you look for. Those are just role players that did the job, and they did it with Mark Jackson, a good coach, by the way. And they figured they could even do better with the coach, and that they could replace Carl Landry and Jarrett Jack with Sean Livingston, who's a bigger guy and can do the same thing that Jarrett Jack can do, and give more minutes to Draymond Green instead of having Carl Landry, and getting Andre Iguodala. We're gonna get to the point that they won 73 games before they went for the big name superstar. That was before. They had all these superstars that they grown by themselves. Then again, that takes luck. I'm not gonna say that, oh, every team can do that. It takes luck. OKC did it before them. it took them a lot of luck too, because they drafted Kevin Durant, they drafted Russell Westbrook, and they drafted James Harden, 3 MVP candidates. And I say candidates because at the point of this video, James Harden hasn't won the MVP yet, but he's probably gonna win it, even though I think Anthony Davis should win it. Regardless, they had a process, and I even forgot about Ibaka, of drafting people and developing them and getting role players around them, and that's what made them successful. The Knicks, they don't do that. They draft somebody, if their first year it doesn't work out, they get rid of them and get someone else. Or if they get injured or whatever, they don't give them another chance. They don't develop their players. They don't give them minutes. They favor the big name players. Oh, Amari Stoudemire. He was hurt from like he had an MVP season, and then he got hurt. Never again was the same player. They never got rid of his contract. They never got rid of him. They tried to bring him back. It didn't work. Meanwhile, other players that could have had these minutes are suffering. Look what happened with Jeremy Lin. The second that he becomes a big-time player, they wanted to overpay him, and thank God Houston went ahead and fucking did it before they did it. And so on and so on. The coach has a bad season, they get rid of him. Carmelo Anthony, it doesn't work with him. They don't get a player that could work with him. They don't get him a Rajon Rondo or a player that can set him up.
Chris Paul, Ricky Rubio.
I'm not gonna say Chris Paul because that's a stretch, but you know, a playmaker. No, they get Derrick Rose, a ball-dominant guard, just like Anthony is a ball-dominant forward. How the hell is that gonna make any team better? But they get rid of Derrick Rose. His first year that he comes in, he did okay. He was healthy in Derrick Rose standards, and he had some decent numbers. He did okay. They got rid of him. Thankfully, they got rid of him because he went to Cleveland. He didn't do anything, and now he's in Minnesota. And they got what? They lost every game.
Yeah,
they won one game and they lost everything.
But he says he wanted to come back.
The point is, they blow up the team every season, and you can't have any success if you're blowing up the team every time. There's no continuity. There's no development. If you get rid of Frank Ntilikina, what the hell was the point of drafting him?